Welcome to Business Innovators Radio, featuring industry influencers and trendsetters sharing proven strategies to help you build a better life right now.
You are listening to the Brilliance Business Show. I am your host, Mark Stephen Pooler. Conversations with leading experts in business. And today I have a wonderful guest, Shim Ravalia. Shim is a self-care coach, and our topic today is stress to success. Shim, welcome to the Brilliance Business Show.
Hi, Mark. Thanks for having me.
I'm really looking forward to a conversation with you today, Shim. Before I get started, I do need to just make a legal disclaimer that Shim is not offering legal advice or legal assistance. So let's get started with the show. Shim, can you share with our listeners a little bit about yourself and your business?
Absolutely, Mark. I am the CEO and founder of The Gut Intuition. I'm a speaker, mentor and self-care coach in health and in business. And the work that I do is very much driven by my hunger for science and intuition, my inspiration to really make a difference to women with their health inside out. So I'm a big believer of the mind and body being connected as one. So yeah, that's what I do.
Well, we are on the same page, Shim. Intuition is so important, and having that mind and body connection is so important in business. And I feel when your heart, body and mind is all connected, you are so much more impactful, powerful, and you get such better results. Can you share with our listeners, who are your customers, Shim? Who do you look after?
So I look after highly driven women in business, go from stress to success by giving them the tools to be healthy, have a better work-life balance so that they can get things done, feel amazing and make money and make an impact, because that's the whole point of why they're doing a business. And these are the people that don't give up. They multitask a lot, they juggle everything, but they are so committed to their business and their passion. So it's like a driving force that no matter what their health says, they're going to keep going and going and going. So it's quite inspiring, but at the same time, they reach burnout a lot quicker.
Yes, that is very, very inspiring. And also that is a great point as well, Shim. So many people do get burned out. And if there are ways to create success without having to cross all of those tiresome, hard days of where you do get burnout, that is a recipe for success. Do you recall a specific aha moment that led to the launch of your business, Shim?
Absolutely. Like this, Mark, this is my second business actually. So my first business was sports therapy. So, I spent 6 years working with men and women, building their postures up and helping them with like not broken muscles, but bones and all sorts of sports injuries and things like that. But, having been a business owner for 6 years prior to this one, I reached burnout many, many times, and then I let go of that business, and a part of me was very relieved, but then there's another part of me that felt just a little bit broken. I had all sorts of issues going on with my health at the time, and by the end of that year, by the end of 2018, I had my own gut problems. I had all sorts of hip pain and knee pain, and having gone through that, it led me to realize just how powerful the human body really, really is, especially when I talk about the digestive system. We're talking about the vagus nerve. We're talking about the mind-body connection that the gut has. And it kind of led me down this path of just getting really creative and creating the gut intuition, like just the sheer potential, the possible, like positive impact that it can have on so many people. Like it's incredible. So my own mess actually led me to this moment right now. So yeah, I'm pleased I went through that.
And that's like a lot of people's journeys, Shim. Sometimes we have to face all those obstacles and hurdles to get to a better, more positive path. Also, you've mentioned about gut and intuition, and if only we listen to that side of ourselves a lot more. I know in the past I've not listened to my gut, and that's got me into all sorts of problems. I'm a lot more in tune with my body now, and that is probably why I get better results, because being in touch with that intuition really does open the doors to more abundance, more success, better relationships. Also, it gives you warnings of things to stay clear of. So I really do admire the work that you are doing, Shim. I would like to know what really motivates you to jump out of bed every single morning.
Every single morning. I think my first thought is that I'm not a huge fan of motivation. Like, I'm a huge fan of doing things that inspire me. I think that's a completely different energy. I just find motivation very momentary when you don't want to do it, kind of thing. So for me, what gets me out of bed is there's two questions really that I ask. Is I go into, like, who can I help today? And I wonder what today will bring. They're the two sort of questions that I always ask myself every morning. The sheer curiosity of what today will bring. Like, today's been an amazing day for me. The whole week's been amazing because the conversations that I've had, the self-care stuff that I've done for me, the coaching calls that I've had with my clients, like, all of these things inspire me. And I think that's something is important that every single person out there should lead with more. I think inspiration for me is something very deep within you that drives you to give it your best every single time. So that's kind of like what makes me jump out of bed every single day.
And a great reason to get up every morning when you're coming from a place of service, Shim. Now, I would like to know what sets your business apart and what unique need are you filling for your customers and clients?
I think, Mark, when it comes to health, I see a person very differently. I mean, I don't see a number. I don't necessarily see a joint or a muscle or a problem as such. What I do see is a person that's lost track, that's lost connection with themselves, and they're in a great deal of pain, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally. And this is what sets the gut intuition apart, is that we look at all aspects of that person to truly help them, because every single person on this planet is not just in a physical form, but they are made up of the emotional side, the mental and the spiritual side. So it's looking at all aspects of health in comparison to just looking at the physical, the emotional. Like I said, there is a connection all the way through. Like, a lot of people feel that your biochemistry is completely separate to your psychology, and that's not true. They're both connected, and we have to look at those two things to truly make a difference in someone's health and let the magic unravel, you see. So I feel that's what is the unique thing that we're doing for customers at the moment.
And it's a great way to be helping and serving people, Shim. May I ask, why is your service especially important in today's modern world?
Well, as you can imagine, Mark, considering the most recent events that the world has gone through, there are so many people out there who are stressed, like, now more than ever, right? Like, it's unbelievable. And what they don't realise is the sheer danger of it spiralling out of control very, very quickly. I mean, we're talking about the business world, the public sector, the corporate world, all of it. And I think part of the world is so hung up on cures and prevention strategies that we've actually forgotten how to actually bounce back. Because I believe in building resilience over all of those things, because it doesn't matter what life, business, kids, work, whatever they're going to throw setbacks and challenges at you, because that's an opportunity for people to grow, right? But how you deal with them, not just physically, but our mental and emotional state, is down to the tools in your toolbox. And unfortunately, some of the tools in many people's toolbox are starting to get a bit rusty, because the way we work doesn't work anymore. We have to change. The environment has changed a lot, but I feel people, the way we still are approaching our day-to-day health, our self-care, just how we are, we're kind of still a bit stagnant. Whether it's out of fear, that's a totally different topic. But, you know, I feel as if resilience is something that we should be striving for, not so much cure and prevention and all of those things.
Great words of wisdom, and resilience will get you a long way in life, Shim. I know that from personal experience. I'm sure you do too. Just so our listeners get a little better idea of what you actually do, can you just share a little bit more detail of the kinds of services and products you offer?
Sure. During lockdown, I created a digital product called the Better Balance, Better Business Accelerator, and that got launched about 7 weeks ago. And we've got some tremendous ladies in business on there already, and that's really to help them kickstart going from stress to success and start getting things done in their business, because often our health sets us back and we can't actually get even the smallest task done. So this is really helping them to build momentum again. And then the second section to that is the mastermind, which is for really highly driven women in business who are ready to actually take their health to the next level. And then we've got the ultimate self-care program, which it requires everything you need to truly master your health inside out. So it's very as easy as ABC 1, 2, 3. So yeah.
Excellent. Now, I know you have all sorts of client success stories, Shim. What is the one that really stands out in your mind?
In my mind, I've got many, but do you know what? The one that really stood out for me is when my mum came and asked me for help with her health. And I don't know about you, Mark, but when you've got friends and family who know what you do but never ever ask you for help because they're like, I'd rather go to the doctors. But I was absolutely shocked, but totally inspired that she came up to me and said to me that I need your help with my health. And this was actually a year ago. And she worked with me and my team for 3 months, and she actually really managed. She did really well. She had a couple of parasites, which wasn't very nice. And she totally embraced the changes, the uncertainty of it, and totally took a different approach, because you imagine so many people are used to, you know, the white coats, the GPs, the medications and things like that. But I think this one was a real strong one, because it was a family member for me, and I just I was never expecting that. So I really enjoyed helping her go from, you know, stress to success with her health. So.
And that's a beautiful testimonial. And also, you only get one mom, Shim. So absolutely. That really is touching. And you do only get one mom. Now, how do clients typically hear about you?
So I'm very active on LinkedIn, Facebook, on social media. I've done tons of podcasts and interviews alone this year. Some of the workshops and word of mouth as well. That's kind of like how you can hear about me, really. So.
Well, I have thoroughly enjoyed a conversation with you today, Shim. Is there anything that we did not cover that you would like to share?
I think just some core values of mine, really. Like, I think it's really, really important to, if somebody out there is listening and they are stuck and they don't know what to do, and my best advice is, first and foremost, take a moment, 2 minutes, listen to your body, and then learn and then live with that. Like, it's really about stopping and listening to what your symptoms are telling you, what your body's saying, because they're the clues, they're the answers to the bigger picture. And I think often we forget to just pause for even a second in life and in business. So yeah, I would say stop and listen.
I agree with you 100% there, Shim. Now, my last question, how can our listeners get a hold of you? What is the best way for them to connect with you, to find out more about what you do?
Absolutely. LinkedIn is the best place. That is my hub where I'm very, very active. I share a lot of good quality content, success stories. I'm doing a webinar next Wednesday as well, all on how to reduce stress, feel amazing and make more money in your business. So that's a free webinar where I just really want to help as many people as I can. So that's next Wednesday at 6. And LinkedIn is the best one. So connect with me on there, say hello, be human, and let's get connected.
Excellent. And I will make sure there's a link to your LinkedIn in the bio section of our interview to make it easy for our listeners to come and connect with you. Shim, I have really enjoyed a conversation with you today.
I really enjoyed it as well. Thanks for having me, Mark.
It's been my pleasure. You have been listening to the Brilliance Business Show. I am your host, Mark Stephen Pooler. Conversations with leading experts in business.
Thanks for listening to Business Innovators Radio. To hear all episodes featuring leading industry influencers and trendsetters, visit us online at businessinnovatorsradio.com today.